All right, everybody. My name is Darth Microtransaction, and today I'm going to tell you guys some things that I'm not really supposed to tell you when it comes to YouTube. There's some pretty standard YouTube rules, one of which is never tell people how much money you make and never tell people how sponsors work. But you know what? My sponsors on my channel, they can off. That's right, because my sponsors are the viewers. So I typically like to tell you guys everything that's going on and how it works because I mean, I was homeless a year ago, and without you guys, this channel would not have existed. So let's go ahead and tell the people behind this camera everything. And if you like that, subscribe, because without you subscribing, I'll go back to being homeless. In order to understand the economics of a YouTube channel, you need to thoroughly understand sponsorships and how they work. If you guys remember my last video, I did a video about 4 months ago or so around the same topic, and it was actually called How Much Money Does Darth Microtransaction Make? Here it is, me in my fine green screen before I updated my camera and all that. And at this time, I was making about $3,000 a month. This was approximately 4 months ago. This was one of my most liked videos ever, just shy of 40,000 views. People really like this. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to do these updates every month as I originally said I was way back when I started in April of 2019, because it's too much effort to go over my finances every month, and re-break it back down. But I will do these quarterly because people are interested in this. Now, to fully understand the economics of the channel, like I'm saying, we do have to understand sponsors first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, I'm going to explain how sponsors work on the YouTube channel. I'm going to show you some of my deals, and there's actually kind of, to be honest, a few Raid Shadow Legends related sponsorship things in there that really kind of bother me that I'm going to mention as they come up that are kind of more related to the game and not so much related with me. So now that I've laid the foundation of what this video is going to be about, I would like to start and break down for you guys everything about me, Casey, where I make my money, how I survive, and really the crux of it is how much you guys have really been supporting the channel over the last year. What I'm going to show you here is a conversation with an advertising partner. Now, I would not show this conversation at all if this conversation was completed, meaning if I had completed this deal and actually accepted this partnership. This partnership in question, I did not accept. And you'll see why. They did not get to my arguing price. Plus, I kind of threw a price out there that I didn't think was reasonable, and I'll break it down. So let me show you here. Okay, so this is an email in my business email. Advertising partnership, $800 shows up, right? This person's blah, 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 blah. They want me to review their program, some cleaner, probably adware, some garbage, okay? And they say, hey, we'll give you $800, review the program, 4 or 5 minutes, blah, 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 blah. Or you can talk about the program in a stream, $200. Now, you guys have seen my streams. It's full of bull. So I knew that, hey, this is free money. I'll just sit there on a stream and go, hello, everybody. My name is Darth Microtransaction. Today, I want to bring to you guys this advertiser, blah, 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 blah. It will do something on your computer. I'm not sure what it will do. It'll probably destroy your computer, but thank you very much for your money, right? And then I could be like, all right, $200 in my pocket, no problem, and move on with my life. So here's the thing. I said, I'll be willing to mention your program during my next live stream, $200. He's like, can you do a full video review? I'm like, nah. And then he's like, how much do you want for video review? I'm like, $1,500. Because like, yeah, they offer 800. There's no way, right? He's like, can we at least do 1,200? And I did not do a response. Then, they want like some proof. A lot of times they want like some videos or something of your previous, your previous stuff or whatever. So basically this conversation with partners is very, very, very simple. Most of the time, I'm not going to talk about anything with them that's not related to like the money. It's like, hey, give me this amount of dollars, or I'm not even remotely interested in responding with you, because you get a lot of emails just with this garbage. And then if you find a price, like if I get a decent price, right? Like, let me break it down. So if this guy says like, can we do a full video review? I'm like, not for that price, right? And then let's say he said, yeah, let me move me out of the way. Okay, here we can see. So let's say he says, let's do the 1,500. Let's say he came back and said, instead of 1,200, come back with, all right, let's do the 1,500. So what happens? Okay, at that point, so we've signed a deal with that's the wrong button. So we signed a deal with it. What would happen? So what I would do then is I would go out, I would make a video. It would say hashtag sponsored in the video. It would say on YouTube, this video has included paid promotion. Now, when a video is paid promotion, it means I am essentially an actor. Okay, at that point in the game, what is happening is I'm getting paid to basically read a script. This is why you see things that are like, hey, download Raid Shadow Legends, get 50,000 silver. Okay, is because they don't play the game, they're reading the script. And to be honest, a lot of times they may be doing these videos. Like if I go to my channel here, okay, and we go find my Battle Breakers game, okay? And this is the type of thing that like you should really never, like I should not be saying this at all, okay? So but like if you go in here, you can see my Battle Breakers, okay? So these are sponsored videos, right? So you look at these videos, you see how it says include paid promotion. That means when I'm talking about this game, it is literally my job to showcase this game, okay? Now, I'm allowed to showcase it in whichever way we agreed upon. So, for instance, with this Battle Breakers, and I can't talk about the specifics of the promotion, how much I got paid or anything. It's NDA. You guys know the NDA stuff you can't legally talk about. I've been transparent enough that I don't feel any bad about not breaking legal contracts and putting me in the jail in order to tell you guys about some stupid things about mobile games. But what I can tell you is that within this, I had a script, much like Raid Shadow Legends, where I need to mention key points, okay? If you don't mention the key points, you do not get paid. It is literally part of your job, and you get paid afterwards. These videos have to go up first, and then you get paid like 30 days out. So you have to do a good job on them, right? Now, if you'll notice in these videos, when you're watching me do them, like we get to the third one, the final one, right? And I say series, the monster, and there, you can just, let me put it this way. I can't really say anything about it because it's sponsored. Go watch the video. Okay, just go watch this video. You see what I mean? In some of these sponsors, the people may not be really super excited. And sometimes it's because maybe they have a channel where the sponsorship opportunity they have, they're not excited about, but they got to eat or they need something. Like for me in my situation, I accepted this sponsorship because I needed an editing computer. If you look at the quality of my graphics, just from now, as of like 3 months ago, I mean, if we go back to the video in question, right? How much money does Darth Microtransaction make, right? We type in money, here you go. Look at the quality here. Just look at the quality just in difference automatically, okay? All this stuff happened from one sponsorship. Battle Breakers was able to pay for an editing computer. It paid for an editing computer, it paid for the Stream Deck, and it paid for a portion of some additional audio equipment. I have like $1,500 of audio equipment I needed to pay for a portion of that, and it paid for the entirety of the editing computer. Now, these 3 videos I had to put on my channel in exchange, but in exchange I got for that. Now, I've only ever accepted, let's see, paid sponsorships. Battle Breaker was literally my only paid video sponsorship. I've never accepted another one. Now, there are something called affiliates. Affiliates are different. So affiliates are something like BlueStacks or my Dragon Champions, where if you look in the video, like here, let me pull up really any video. Even my latest videos have this, right? If you look in here, you see my latest videos, and you see download Dragon Champions, use code Darth Micro or whatever. You notice how it doesn't say paid advertisement or whatever, even though I have this in here? It's because it's not technically a sponsorship. This is an affiliate program, meaning it's similar to the way Raid Shadow Legends work. You see why I have Raid Shadow Legends? These codes here, these are actually from Plarium themselves. They gave me these codes as a way to track my performance. What's hilarious is they track my performance for them, but they won't tell me what my performance is. So I have these stats on my own channel, but I have no idea how many people have actually downloaded the game. I'm not even sure that that's entirely legal, but it's something that happens, okay? So it's like these here, I don't get paid for. I don't even know how many people downloaded it. Now, Play Raid on PC, right? This is a BlueStacks one, so this is like an affiliate program. If people click on this and download Raid Shadow Legends, I'm getting paid by BlueStacks because BlueStacks is monetized in a way where if you buy stuff on their platform, then you're going to be giving a cut of it to BlueStacks. So BlueStacks is paying me to get people to download their platform, right? And so for that reason, you can get chunks of money for people downloading Raid in another way. Now, this used to be pretty good money to the point of paying rent. Now it's going to pay maybe half my rent as people walk away from the game. But there are these other affiliate programs. This Dragon Champions here, I would say the Dragon Champions in its entirety has paid for the entirety of my studio, meaning it paid for my lights, my camera, microphone, the hardware I have. The computer was paid for by Battle Breakers, but the remainder of the things was all paid for by Dragon Champions, okay? And so that was Those are sponsorships and affiliates. Sponsorships and affiliates, I know, is a long topic. It's just like a 7-minute uncut here, but I wanted to give you guys a thorough understanding of it. So sponsorships are paid things showing this YouTuber demonstrating a product. We're essentially the sham wow guy, where we have to do it, right? I mean, it's work. Whereas affiliates is we can throw a link in there, we can mention it if we want. We don't really have to do anything with it, and we get benefits that come with that, but we're not forced to promote it, if that makes sense. It's just if we want it, it's there. They're different legally, and they're different as far as YouTube handles them when it comes to the channel. So they are something, affiliate and sponsors are very different, okay? Most people don't understand that, but they are. So if you're looking for something where it's like, you want to know, is this person giving like 100% transparent? Look and see if it's a paid promotion. If it's a paid promotion, we probably have a script. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about how much money does Darth Microtransaction make? Hopefully you guys understand sponsors and affiliate programs to the point of you can understand how it's basically trickle sources of income from affiliates, where you get small, residuals for having those links from affiliates, whereas sponsorships are more one-time burst payments to perform a service, an advertising service. For instance, like I was saying, Bow Breakers paid for a portion of the studio, whereas Dragon Champions, the affiliate program, helped pay for the studio in the long run. You see what I mean? Different types of things, okay? So I do have some residuals still coming. Now let's talk about the other things other than the sponsorships and affiliates, because I've already covered that enough to the point where you guys can make some educated guesses on how that works, okay? So now let's talk in terms of actual factual, easy to understand dollars here. I'm gonna show you guys the live stream first, because I've been plugging the live stream quite a bit. Now I can't actually click on here and show you the channel analytics. I wish I could, because you guys know me. I'm a super transparent person. This would make it easier, but YouTube analytics, Twitch analytics, if you want to be a partner with them, you can't go blabbing that stuff, because I'll actually explain the reason why, because you probably would think it's me lying about it or something if I don't explain it. But no, there's actually a very reasonable reason why. Advertisers pay each individual YouTuber based upon a bidding system. So if Google and Pepsi goes out there and bids for spots, and this is done by algorithm, right? But they go out there and they bid for spots on like my channel, like Pepsi will say I'll pay 10 cents, Coke says they'll pay 11 cents, right? Or whatever. They bid for spots, okay? So Coke wins. Now what happens is if I go and I show all my analytic data live, some of my CPM, which is cost per mile, which is effectively how much advertisers are paying me per thousand, it will effectively be insider trading to the point of people can look at that data and know what other advertisers are paying. That data has to be behind the curtain in order for the fairness of the bidding of the advertiser spots to be effectively legal and fair. Now, it's for the end consumer, meaning the person watching the YouTube video, it doesn't really make a lot of sense or matter. But in order for the YouTube algorithm to function automatically, and in order for that ad revenue system to work the way it does and function, they had to add that into the legalities. Same thing with Twitch, literally the same thing with any of these companies. There's like another ad revenue company about like your sponsorships and affiliates and stuff, and there's the BlueStacks one that shows my BlueStacks info. If I could show you guys the info, this would make this a 2-minute video. I would literally just pull up all the forms and just say, here's this form, this form, this form, do the math, okay? You guys can figure it out yourself. I have no problem. Instead, I have to walk around, I have to step around it, okay? So here's how this works. You guys can do the basic math yourself. I have 902 Twitch subscribers. They're $5 each, but I don't even get half of that, okay? So I can say this. I normally get a couple grand around, the stream manager thing, okay? Like the stream Twitch, I get a couple grand from Twitch, okay? That includes bits, gift subs, whatever. I've gifted 450 of my own. So, I put the majority of the money that comes from Twitch covers packs, and it covers like me giving back. So like I take the money and I've given out 450 subs is 2,250. So I've given out more than a couple grand myself just in gift subs back to the channel for freebies for people, and give out Steam games, stuff like that. Typically, the Twitch money is for me helping develop the community around the Whale Pod. That's the way I see it. When it comes to the business point of view, I compartmentalize Twitch income and passive revenue and donations, everything. That is for developing the community, the Whale Pod, and occasionally I have taken money out of there. Like recently, we had the Plarium County counter. We're up to like $2,850. One of that was donated by one person that donated $850 that chooses to remain anonymous. He doesn't want to shout out. But you guys know who he is if he stops by, if, you know, he's in the pod all the time, okay? But this guy left a dono and said, hey, go spend this on something that's not Raid Shadow Legends, you know, relay, go buy yourself something. So I went and I bought a guitar for $600 that I liked a lot, the Fender Custom that they had down there. Shout out to my boys down at the music store, watch the channel. And so for that reason, I have spent money outside of it. But, you know, again, that's a guy literally handing money to me and saying, go buy something. I don't feel bad about that. But Twitch, for me, I compartmentalize, and I try to make the Twitch revenue source to develop the live stream and the community around my channel. I do firmly believe that you must build a sense of community and a sense of like belonging within your channel. If people don't feel at home here with me, then I'm not doing my job. So that's what the Twitch side of it is for, okay? So let's move on to YouTube. YouTube is a little bit easier to understand. It's effectively, if you get views, you get money. The CPM, which is cost per effective mile, dictates exactly how many dollars you're getting per 1,000 views. For the most part, if you think you understand how much money I'm making off YouTube, you're probably wrong. People think that you make like $4 a 1,000 view or something. That is not factual. For me, I probably make closer to like $6 a 1,000, maybe $7. It really depends on the video. I've had videos where I get 10,000 views and make like $20, and I've had videos where I get 10,000 views and make like $80. So it's, I mean, I've even had one where I got 10,000 views and made like, you know, 120. So it can vary depending upon the video. And what I'm noticing as well is it will also vary depending upon the seasons. For instance, in December, right before Christmas, I was getting paid more per ad. That would make sense, right? Whereas in January, after New Year's, after the events had died down, Christmas and all that was over, it was a pretty bad month in January. Whereas in February, right before Valentine's Day, there was a slight bump in ad revenue. So typically, you can probably see us as marketing workers. We probably work in marketing and advertising, and we make money based upon the season as well. So there is that to account for it. But the majority of it is, it's based around how well of a job you're doing at YouTube. For the most part, if I'm not getting as many views as I should be that week, it's pretty easy to tell what's going on. I'm not going to go into like the whole YouTube strategy, but there's some very obvious things about YouTube that you need to understand in order to be successful. And it's things that I've tried to explain before, things like understanding you're not a gamer, you're a YouTuber. That's always the number one for me, is understanding that our job is not to be good at the video game we're playing. Our job is to be good at video production, and the job of understanding the game we play is a secondary. Now, this may be different as you start out. In the beginning of the times, this was reversed for me, and for most people when they're starting their YouTube channel, especially gaming-related ones, they typically start out because they're either good at something or they have something niche to show that people want to see, and they grow from that. This is what happened with me and with most content creators, with guides, things like that. But as they develop, people start to become fond of them and their personality, etc., and they start to realize that their job is more based around how they handle themselves, the production that they show, the videos they choose to represent, the titles, the thumbnails. I mean, if we're going all the way down to the superficial things, understanding things like Photoshop. This picture here, okay, it didn't work, okay? But this picture here, I literally Photoshopped out her cape. Now, you're probably laughing. You're probably thinking like, that's funny, DM. You know, Photoshop barricade. But there's actually a reason why. The reason why has less to do with you guys clicking on the booty and more to do with me understanding math. The reason I did that is because I have seen a resurgence in first click impressions within subscribers that also have the bell on when related to women on the thumbnails. In particular, I've been studying this data. If you guys are wondering why some of these videos have them and some of them do not, I've actually reached out to Plarium and had them render me unique images of like these people, for instance, because I'm testing the waters with this. I'm not going to be doing chicks on every thumbnail for the rest of my life, guys. This is This is market research. I mean, it's hilarious as it sounds. This is legitimate. Like when I was doing it, I'm not like giggling like, oh, yeah. Like I'm thinking like, let's see what happens. Okay. And then I literally went and I looked at the analytics and I tested it. I looked at it and I looked through all the analytic data of the reaching, of when I changed the title 3 different times to see how the reach analytics changed for that, impressions, click-through rates. I see how it changed click-through rates of things for like the Reddit as opposed to the Discord. So all this stuff actually matters. Now, a lot of these days, I don't try hard, right? Like a lot of these days, sometimes you just got to put some 10-minute bull out, you know, I mean, to eat. Sometimes that happens. But a lot of these other times, you know, it's actually a high production quality of testing things. Like this video stream here is another example. Okay, we're going a little off topic here, but this live stream here that I did with the girlfriend, this was a test as well to see how well I could hold audience retention of my Twitch viewer base. When I'm doing something non-Raid Shadow Legends related on like a premeditated stream. This was something that was announced. So like, and I studied this to figure out, can I hold a good viewer average? Could I transition into like a just chatting Twitch live streaming? Could I transition into a more open type of style? This was a test run for me. This was not just, I wanted to have fun with the girlfriend and make cookies. This is business. This is work. You know, as much as like I'm here and I'm dancing around, you know, and joking and all this stuff, throwing and changing shirts because I threw up on myself. It's still my mindset when I'm doing all of this is work. I'm working, I'm studying, I'm understanding the algorithm, understanding the analytics, because for me, I take this stuff extremely seriously. Back in April, I didn't have a job and I had been unemployed for 2 years due to like bad depression, mental health, physical health. I mean, just like the standard bull that everyone has these days, okay? I'm not the first case, and I guarantee you at least one person out there listening to that is probably on the exact same problem right now. You know, if you do, I feel for you, okay? I'm sorry, but it's like, I found a way out, right? I got a way out because of you guys. Like, you guys started watching and you started liking the stuff. So as soon as I realized back in, and you can see it if you just pull up the social blade here, if you see this all the way back in, what was it here? In May, okay? Right before I got my first monetized video in April here, May 19th, you see this? 4,000, right when this happened. This is right when I got lucky on Reddit, posted on Reddit, got a few hundred subs in the first day, and I never stopped from this day right here, March. As soon as I got any traction, if you look at it, I've done 374 videos, and the first one started in, there it is, March, April, so there's April. So yeah, first one, April 2019, I've done 374 videos since then. That's more than one a day. You cannot stop. It is work. It's pure work. And I understood that I could get out of my issue of basically being useless in the modern world when it comes to like fitting in. I'm a little bit of a weird guy, right? So it's like fitting into standard jobs I don't do a good job at. I mean, I didn't understand that. Shut up. I've actually never been fired, and I've had a good variety of jobs, but like I feel like I didn't fit in. You know, it was like me. Like I'm a hard worker. Like I'm a hard worker. I like people. I fit in well. I'm really good socially, but like it's for me. I never. You know, I just like I was never happy. I was always super depressed. But then I got into this stuff, and I knew this is it. Like I can do it. So to wrap this up here, what I wanted to say is the channel is just now crossing the point where, to get back to the main topic, the channel is just now crossing the point where 3 months ago or 4 months ago or whatever it was, we were like $3,000 a month. You know, if I have that take home, I was feeling pretty good. And now we're at the point where it's like $5,000 a month take home and feeling pretty good. And I mean, that's kind of insane. I mean, like 4 months, that's a pretty big income jump. From like, but you know, we've been getting more views, we have more subs. I've been working really hard, to be honest, so that's good. We're seeing results for it. But here's where the wow factor comes in, okay? All of that does not include donations, okay? And for whatever reason, you guys have been very generous this month, okay? And I know you're not really supposed to show this stuff, but this is February. You guys have given me $3,428 this month in pure handing me dollar donations. So that I wanted to put this in the video and just kind of say thanks. This isn't from one person, not even close. It's not from 2 people. It's not from 3 people. It's not from 5 people. This is like a consolidated effort of the entirety of the veterans of the Whale Pod. I mean, we even have people that are coming up and just like throwing in $1 or 2. Since I've been plugging the Twitch streams lately and saying, hey, love your content, been watching for a while, I just wanted to like support. And I don't really know how to say thank you, but thanks for all the support. You guys have been doing a whole lot for me recently, not just with subscribing, because I mean, we had another like record month. We had 5,000 subs this month, which was like another record for me too. The last one was my like first month in April where we had 4,000 from the Reddit. So that was another big blow up. Basically, I want to end this on this, that as long as Plarium doesn't run this game into the ground, and you know, we've got some time here to develop the channel with what we're already doing. I think we have a real possibility of this being like a 100,000 subscriber channel and seeing some massive quality improvements, and maybe at some point like a cameraman or something actually doing skits. Like this might be a lifelong run. Maybe. I don't know, but maybe. Thanks, guys. I love y'all and have a great day.